Hey friends, Sarah from Sweet Sense from the Dollhouse. If you're new to our channel, welcome. If you're returning Waxy, as always, welcome back. I have filmed this video once before, and thank goodness I didn't toss this stuff out for recycling because my MacBook crashed. So instead of waiting for CompuDoc to retrieve all of my stuff and have my MacBook returned, I thought, oh well, I'll just do it all over again. That way I can get this video posted and onto my melting basket and a bunch of hauls that I want to share with you, as well as a bajillion diary relics videos. This is quite a big lot of stuff that I melted through in the month of October. If you've been on my channel for a while, you guys know that obviously fall is most people's favorite season for home fragrance, but for me, especially in the month of October, because it's my birthday month and I love all things cozy, fall, home fragrance, earthy, pumpkin, everything in the month of October. So I put quite a big dent in my collection. Let's just jump right into it. I always start with Bath and Body Works. I finished pumpkin apple hand soap. This, I didn't use it all this year. This was left over from last year as well. So I'd say I did about half of that, and I'm almost done 3 others. It's nice because I have quite a bit of Bath and Body Works hand body soaps, that kind of stuff, that I'm really getting away from hauling large quantities of this stuff. Now it's time to use it up. So that's good that I've almost finished 4 of them in the last month and a bit. I also finished Sweater Weather, this 24-hour moisture Ultra Shea body cream. I wasn't so sure that I was like super excited about this, of course, until I was about halfway down and I'm like, yeah, I do really like this scent. I'm more of a fan of their body products than I am their spritzes, because the spritzes are alcohol based and I find that they don't last very long. So I'd much prefer to layer the fragrances, and 9 times out of 10, this lingers longer than the actual body spritz. Not really wax related, but I finished another one of my Guess by Marciano. This perfume was discontinued a long time ago. I don't know why. It's my favorite out of all Guess perfumes. I've never really asked any of my subscribers that. I know what a lot of you guys like in home fragrance, but what do you guys wear as far as perfumes and colognes? Comment down below. Guess by Marciano is my ride or die, one of my go-to. Perhaps I should do a perfume and cologne collection video one day. I adore perfumes and colognes almost as much as I do home fragrance. So these are really tricky to find. Especially right now, this is the best time of year I find to find the original Guess by Marciano. I found one at Marshall's the other day. I've even found a supplier, it's on Amazon.com, not the .ca, that carries the original Guess by Marciano. You do have to be careful on Amazon because I know that there's knockoffs out there. So it might seem like a good deal, $20, $25, but you can get the real thing from a reputable supplier. Here in Canada, sometimes you'll find them at Rexall and Shoppers Drug Mart this time of year, or again, Marshall's, those kind of things, like Winners. So discontinued perfumes are out there. You know what discontinued perfume I want so bad? You guys are going to laugh hysterically. Originally, I bought it for Tatum as a Christmas gift. It was called With Love by Hilary Duff. It's okay, you can laugh. I fell in love with that perfume. I bought it by the boatload, and I've officially run out as of about a year ago. And that's a discontinued perfume that I can never find anywhere. Comment down below if you guys remember what that perfume is, so I don't feel like the only closet Hilary Duff fan. The next thing I finished was, look at this, No Name Candle. I lit this in the garage the other day just because it was smelling like not so fresh. In my workshop. This is a No Name, or I don't even know. It doesn't say. I don't remember where it came from, but it was just a candle I had lurking around in the garage. Look at the soot on that bad mamma jamma. This is precisely why I won't burn candles in my home. Can you imagine if that was inside your house? It's bad enough it was in the garage, but yeah, I'm so over burning candles. Candle crock that bad boy. I finished a Scentsy bulb. Okay, so I purchased, what was it? The gray fluted warmer. I think it would have been in the fall and winter catalog of 2018. And just in the month of October, I had to finally replace the bulbs. So this thing, and keep in mind, I have that in my bathroom. It's on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I never turned that thing off, and that Scentsy bulb lasted over a year, being on constantly. So I was super excited. I just wanted to mention that. That's why I included a silly light bulb in the video. But since I included this in my Empties basket to talk about how long that Scentsy bulb lasted, maybe I replaced this 5 or 6 days ago with another brand new Scentsy bulb, and the bulb is burnt out. And I'm just baffled. How the hell does that happen? This bulb lasted over a year, being on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. The replacement bulb lasted 5 days. Which begs me to wonder, is it a faulty bulb or is it the warmer? We'll see. Let's get into wax. So I finished Goose Creek's peanut butter sugar. I'll admit, I'm Canadian. This is the only Goose Creek I've ever tried. This was sent to me in, I think, Amber's very first random act of kindness. My girl, Amber from California, sent this to me. This is amazing. I love this. I've read in tons of forums, and I'm not entitled to an opinion because I'm Canadian. I can't even buy this stuff. But people are like so on the fence. You either love Goose Creek or you despise Goose Creek. Can somebody fill me in? Like, if you don't like Goose Creek, why don't you like this brand? Again, Canadian. I can't even get this stuff. But peanut butter sugar was so fantastic. I have been hoarding just 2 little cubes for the longest time. Since making room in the wax closet, I really need to dedicate myself in the month of November to getting rid of things where I only have 1 or 2 cubes. Like, I need to make a melting basket that's 3 or less. Get rid of it. Do you know what I'm saying? So love that. Hoarded it forever. I finished Snowball Donut Holes. This is another one sent to me by my girl Amber in March of 2018. This one's nice. Just kind of like the Ambisense is same people who do Sensationals and Better Home and Gardens. Some of their bakery is just kind of, I would say, kind of bland. Do you know what I mean? I melted this as a blending scent. So I would literally cut half of this, or cut these cubes in half. So I made it last for a really long time. Anything that was a little too fruity or just needed, I don't know, a creamier, more bakery base note, this was perfect for that. So I definitely enjoyed that, and it lasted forever. From Sensationals, I finished Blackberry Cashmere. This is the duo with Blackberry Cider and Cashmere Vanilla. Love this. I think I still have 1 or 2 of those in my collection. One of my ride or die favorites. I was so happy when I went down to the States and seen that this came back out again in 2019. Pumpkin Apple Muffins. This one, unfortunately, is only available in the US. I hope one day they bring this bad boy to Canada. From Better Home and Gardens, I finished Rustic Country Home. This kind of has the same vibe as, like, not the same, but similar vibes to Scentsy's Welcome Home. Just kind of like a spicy clove cinnamon comfort scent. It was nice. Banana Pumpkin Bread. Love this one as a blender as well. It's actually quite good all on its own, but I much preferred blending this out with other things, kind of like the Ambisense Snowball Donut Holes. They both make great blending scents. I'm not a big fan of banana in home fragrance, but this one blended out with the pumpkin really nice. I didn't get that artificial, nasty, chemically banana scent. This has to be one of my favorite Better Home and Garden scents ever, mahogany and sandalwood. If you haven't picked this up, I'm super excited. When I went down recently to Michigan, I hauled some more of this. This is to die for. Go get it. I'm pumped to mix this with some blue sugar. Like, oh, trust me. Trust me when I say this is fantastic and hoard worthy. Not only hoard worthy, this lasts for like 3 or 4 days. I put 2 cubes in, separate warmers, but in a large open concept space. And it's just a fragrance that won't quit. So for $2 American, you can't go wrong. I'm so excited with the amount of Scentsy I finished this month. I melted a tester of Love and Happiness in my bathroom. Love that scent. Finished a clam of Best Life. I was really excited about this little collection that came out. I was supposed to do a review on it here on my channel, but unfortunately, I found the performance on every single one of these so subpar that I just didn't want to make like a 10-15 minute video knocking Scentsy performance. So I didn't make the video. I loved all the fragrances, but unless I was literally melting this in a walk-in closet, the scent throw on it was so barely there, nil, which is a bummer because they were amazing scents. Hustle, exact same. This one has a really like nice clean green note to it. Absolutely to die for scent, performance. Breakfast blend. I was so pumped about this when they released breakfast blend in, what was it, spring and summer catalog of 2019. When I bought this, I was seriously contemplating buying 4 or 5, maybe even 6. Like, let's just load it up because I love coffee blends. I wouldn't even qualify this as coffee. This is like a richer version of Mocha Doodle. So, greatly disappointed in that bad boy. Also, when I melt a coffee scent, I expect like the throw to be substantial or it to be like a very prominent fragrance. It doesn't even have to be like the absolute best performance, but it should be a very noticeable fragrance. I didn't get a lot of coffee, didn't get a lot of performance out of that. It's just kind of like a deeper version of Mocha Doodle. And I don't even like that one. So that's a bummer. One that never lets me down, Scentsy's Clothesline. This is hoard worthy. I want them to make this like by the truckloads, sell this in bricks, and I would buy like 6 or 7 of them. This is my go-to scent in our laundry room. I also adore this in the bathroom. This is one Scentsy fragrance that I have not found has changed like hardly in the least. I'll put 2 cubes of this in our laundry room, which is small, but you might as well turn off every other warm in the house because this scent travels. And it's so strong. I think another reason why I love Clothesline is because I've never found another clean laundry linen scent quite like it. It's exceptional on performance as well as very unique. Cashmere. Yeah. No. This bar, actually, the first bar I received, again, I like to make excuses. I'm like, well, maybe it's a fluke. Well, when the same crap, dry, doesn't even smell like cashmere, the original Scentsy cashmere comes in your subscription box 4 months in a row, that's not a fluke. That's just garbage. It was so bad that I sent these to my friends who were, like myself, original cashmere super fans. And they all said, ew, what the hell was that? I'm like, Scentsy cashmere in a subscription box. Just terrible. And trust me, I gave them the benefit of the doubt. I let it ride for 4 months in my subscription box, and every bar that arrived was the same. Dry, doesn't smell like cashmere, just gross. which makes me really, unfortunately, skeptical to order Bring Back My Bars or to place things in my subscription box anymore, because I'm like, well, what if it's like cashmere? I have original cashmere bars that I am hoarding. Like, they're the holy grail in my Scentsy hoard, because I know they just don't make cashmere like they used to. Squeeze the Day. This was a scent, I believe, scent of the month in June of 2019. This was nice. It's like a creamy lemon, but again, performance super subpar on this. It was nice. I really wish Scentsy fans would join the vendor wax world, because if you want creamy marshmallow that throws like a beast, and you could have like 70 different varieties of a creamy marshmallow, indie vendors have them. Come on over. Come to the dark side. We have more than just sugar cookies. You know what I'm saying? You want creamy lemon, think about cookies. We probably could come up with like 7,000 variations of cookies. Hemingway. This is a beautiful fall fragrance. Definitely on the unisex, almost masculine side. It's got a lot of clove. I know my man John Sparks, this is his favorite Scentsy scent of all time. It's really nice, really nice. More than just your typical like apple clove fall scent. There's something sexy and manly in there. Scentsy's Pumpkin Cinnamon Swirl. As you guys will see, that has one of those scent of the month stickers on it. So this was an original from, when was this released? October 2018. My favorite Scentsy Club subscription. I kept all 9 bars to myself, and I think I ordered about 12 more. This was my last original Pumpkin Cinnamon Swirl. I know it's back in the catalog, but I'm hesitant to order it. Comment down below if you guys know, is it the exact same as it was in 2018? Has the fragrance changed or the performance changed? Because I need the original version of Pumpkin Cinnamon Swirl by the truckload. Also from Scentsy, I have Toffee Butter Crunch. This makes a great blending scent. It's kind of a little like super sweet on its own for me, but I do love mixing it with other kind of more bland bakery scents. I mixed it with that banana pumpkin bread. I also mix this with berry scents, just to kind of, I'm not a super fan of fruity scents. And this one never lets me down as a blender. This one I adored, Huckleberry Sage. So good. Oh, that one too. I need like by the truckload. Ooh, last but not least, my 2 absolute fall favorites from Scentsy. I have Apple S'mores. This is from a recent Bring Back My Bar. The performance on it isn't quite like the original Apple S'mores. I have those bars too, but again, those are in like my holy grail Scentsy collection that I'd probably never melt. I'll just keep them and smell them and remember how great it used to be. But the ones that I do have in my subscription box now, they're not quite as good as they used to be, but they're still good. I'll still keep them in my subscription box, and I will still continue to purchase them. Autumn Blaze Maple. This bad boy has never let me down. It is a sweaty, crazy mess, but oh, the performance on this one is deadly. Love that scent. And I'm proud. I didn't go crazy and use like 6 each this year. I'm kind of slowing down on my Scentsy collection and not quite hitting it so hard, so I can save my favorites. Or I should say savor my favorites. So for vendor wax, let's start with the ones. I have one from BZ Tarts. This is Peppermint Serendipity. Love that one. I need to order lots of his wax. I can cut one of these, what is this, 2 ounce? This is a 2 ounce? Yeah, 2 ounce scent shot into 4ths. And it throws like a beast for me. Fantastic. I finished Waxmosphere's pumpkin buttercream. I've never ordered from this vendor, but I did receive this in a random act of kindness. Love this. The performance on it was stellar. Use that as a blending scent. From Rooney's Wax Melts, this is Pumpkin Brulee. This one too is kind of not necessarily identifiable as pumpkin. I definitely get like almost like a dry caramel bakery scent from this. I wasn't such a fan of it on its own, but it made a fantastic blending scent. This too, mixed with Scentsi's Toffee Butter Crunch, was deadly. What other ones? This one makes me sad. I finished Teddy B's Morning Cup of Spice. Smooth blend of coffee, caramel, cinnamon, vanilla, and buttercream. This one was deadly. I love these huge bars. Also, the cubes are so big. I'll melt one cube on its own, but I was blending this one with a lot of the bakery that I've got going on here. So I would cut one of her cubes in half to blend it with another bakery scent. Oh, stellar. Turn anything into a coffee scent with that. I would definitely order Morning Cup of Spice in large quantities next time she's got customs. This one was super unique. Zape's Pomegranate Fresh Mint Rosemary and Shaving Cream. This too was gifted to me by my girl Amber. I would order this again. Destination Wax Gain. They have to, hands down, have the best gain I've ever smelt personally. Loved that. This one too, super, super powerful. I could cut these, like they come in these little blocks. I could cut them in halves and use it as a blending scent. It was fantastic. I finished Front Porch. Thank goodness. These ones I have two of. Sassy Girl Aromas, Ghosts and Goblins. This is Pumpkin Pecan Waffles, Marshmallow Fireside, Cider Lane, and Blackberry. Look at how old this bag is. That's a leaky Scentsy bar that did that. So gross. Yeah, this is leftover from 2017. It has nothing to do with the vendor or her wax. Nothing to do with my storage. I'm convinced now that I'm doing this myself, I realize that fragrance oils have a shelf life too. So a lot of people try and like peg the vendor. Oh, her wax needs this long to cure and her wax expires around this time. No. You can't. Now that I've actually experienced it myself in testing fragrance oils and different waxes for almost 2 years, it has nothing to do with the vendor. It has everything to do with the fragrance oils that you put in it. Again, just like certain scents are super strong or they linger in the room thicker than other lighter floral scents, fragrance oils too have an expiry date. Most suppliers will tell you that you need to use it before anywhere between 18 to 24 months. And the fragrance oils can totally change or have little to no scent at all right in the bottle. So of course, they're going to diminish and fade over time. Has nothing to do with the vendor, but this is one of those cases. I could still melt it. It just wasn't nearly as powerful as it used to be. So now I know. Next time Ghosts and Goblins is available, I'm not going to hoard it. I'm going to melt it and enjoy it and not let it sit and expire in my wax closet. Like, I'm so tired of that. I really, really, really need to enjoy my wax and not hoard it. This one's a prime example of that. This, can't even remember what this was. What was it? Vanilla pumpkin something from Sassy Girl, and this literally has 0 scent left to it. Again, not the vendor, it's the oils, because it's too old. So I'm getting rid of it. I am in the mood, especially probably because we're ringing in a new year. I'm making room for other things other than just wax now. And I really, really, really get tired of throwing stuff out because I've sat on it for too long. I'm going to start using more, melting more, and stop hoarding. These two were gifted to me by my girl Amber. I have yet to place an order with this vendor, but I most definitely want to. Pink Mermaid Wax Melts throws fantastic in my space. This one was Eucalyptus Mint and Rain. It was a nice break from all things pumpkin fall bready bakery. Love that. As well as lemongrass. That one was really nice. I would order this one in large quantities. Fantastic on its own. But I think the blending possibilities with lemongrass, especially that lemongrass, are fierce and endless. From Vintage Chic Scents, I finished Meet Me in St. Louis, and it was painful. This is warm, cozy linen with a hint of sweetness. Okay, comment down below if you guys have ever tried this. I know it's a popular scent because she brings it back this time of year all the time. I don't know if my nose is broken or what is wrong with me. This just was never what I anticipated it to be. And I bought two. This to me smells like grape Benadryl or like antihistamine, children's antihistamine. Ugh. I don't get linen. I don't get cozy. I get grape cough syrup. Is my nose broken? It must be because it's not even close to what the scent notes say. The Chicago outfit. Oh my word. Now I totally know what all the buzz is about. This one was poured January 18th, 2019. So we're not even at the 1-year cure. And usually a lot of people will suggest VCS for 1 year. But man, oh man, this is so strong. Such a great blend. This would chase me out of my house. Usually I'll use a really big chunk of VCS to get a really good thorough scent throw. This one, I needed to start like cutting it in slivers. It was so powerful. Fantastic. I would definitely buy that one again and in a loaf. Who else do we have here? Wolfwicks. So, finished Puppy Crunch. I apologize. I don't have the scent notes for that. It was okay. It was kind of just like a nondescript bakery. Didn't really stand out to me, unfortunately. I finished salty caramel popcorn and roasted nuts. Didn't get a lot of nuts. Okay, let me say that again. On cold, it smelt nutty. When I warmed it, I just mostly got a salted caramel popcorn, which is my fave. I don't really care for nuts, so I didn't mind. No nuts for this girl, and that's fine. I finished Carnival Zombie. This one too. Just kind of like a caramel apple bakery scent. It was nice. Halloween Puppuccino. I like this one. I thought on cold it was heavy on the coffee, but once it was warming, not so bad. From Bathing Garden, I finished Life is a Circus. Some of these, I'll admit, I melt them at night when we're sleeping. This is birthday cake frosting, blueberry, raspberry, strawberry, blackberry. It just kind of, I have a lot of Bathing Gardens that I can't really tell one from the other. I don't know why. I just don't find some of these blends like that stand out or even unique from one another. This was definitely one of them. Could live without that one. Fairy Bonfire, on the other hand, this one was really nice. I like this one. This one was stand out to me out of all my Bathing Garden. It was unique. It doesn't smell like 10 other ones that I have. I like this one. It's definitely got Bonfire Bliss and something in it. I don't have the scent notes, and it was gifted to me by my girl Amber, but it's definitely a true Bonfire Bliss scent. That's mostly what I get. I have no idea what else it's mixed with. It's a nice bonfire bliss. This one was a super standout to me. Starlight Soda Pop, which is citrus soda pop, vanilla, and light woods. Holy Hannah, wicked unique, fantastic performance. But I did haul this in March of 2018. So goes back to strange how certain vendors' wax will retain certain fragrance oils. But I've also had bathing gardens that I've been sitting on since March of 2018 where I'm like, is this fragrance oil ever going to cure? Again, not the vendor, not their wax. I am convinced it's the oils. I'm quite impressed with the amount of Hayden Row I got through this month. I feel like I have a ton of Hayden Row and I'm just sitting on it. Like I need to melt it more often. But most of my Hayden Row collection is kind of like fresh or earthy. And I was trying to stick to a pumpkin theme this month, but these definitely broke up some of the all things apple pumpkin bakery decadent. I've finished Satin Sheets. This is beautiful. I love this fragrance oil. Tons of different vendors carry some version of Satin Sheets. Christina's is beautiful. Love that. Also, this one, for being a lighter scent, I shouldn't say light as in like light performance. It's a light floral clean scent. The performance on it was stellar. I chopped this up into like 1/2 originally. And my girl Sasha's like, you'd be surprised. It's a wicked strong scent. Like the performance on it is strong. So I listened to Sasha and cut it into fourths, and 1/4 lasted like 2.5 days in my little bathroom. Stellar. I finished Woodstock, which is patchouli, rain, cyclamen, and ozone. That one was really nice, fresh, earthy. Elixir, not sure what the scent notes are on this. It was unique though. Like nothing I've had in my fragrance oil or wax collection so far. I get like a lime. It's something lime. Love that. If you love citrus and kind of like a creamy clean, it's nice. Cedar Closet. This is a mix of shorts and sweater, cedar, bergamot, and black pepper. Beautiful. Men's Club. This is just a little ducky. Again, Amber sent me this one. Fantastic. Stellar performance. Wicked sexy. Would definitely order that in large quantities. Led Zeppelin. This is a nice one. Earthy. Beautiful. And Aspen. This is a really nice tree scent. I'm not really big on like fir, pine, that kind of thing. Sometimes I find them harsh or almost like astringent. Very sensitive to green pine tree scents. This one, total opposite. Gorgeous. Stellar. Definitely has those green attributes to it, but it's beautiful. Honestly, I think everything I've ever tried from Christina from Hayden Row, she just has a way of making everything smell beautiful. From Rainbow Melts, super pumped to dive into this vendor. I am obsessed with Crystal's wax, and I'm really, really, really trying to melt it, not hoard it. This could quite possibly be my favorite scent of all time. I received this in a sample, as a sample in one of my more recent orders from the summer. And I thought, ew, Dove, like the soap mixed with pear and coconut? Ugh. Never say never, folks, because oh my word, this is hoard worthy. I need this by the truckload. Quite possibly my favorite scent of all time. Super unique, never smelt anything like it, and stellar performance. Caramel cookie, which is gooey caramel and sugar cookies. Crystal does some fierce caramel, which to my nose, I'm not a big fan. Like if it's too ooey gooey, rich, heavy, decadent, like sickeningly sweet, ugh. Her caramel is fierce, but she always does such a great job of blending it out that it's not sickeningly sweet. So if you're not a fan of caramel, don't let it deter you from Crystal's wax because she is a blending master. She does an awesome job. Caramel apple bake. I didn't think that this one was going to be anything super exceptional. Just on cold, it came as a sample. I was like, yeah, that's nice. Melting this? Oh my word. Deadly. Again, I think it's because I'm like, caramel? No. Prime example of how she blends that out and makes it into perfection. I ordered this on one of my more recent orders. Autumn pear, ripe juicy pear, gooey caramel, and maple syrup. That one too. I'm like, ugh. This one made me realize I need by far more pear in my wax collection. This was gorgeous. Monster Munch, happy that I have several backups of this. Caramel corn, toasted marshmallow, and salty pretzel. That was fantastic. Cider Lane and French Baguette, gooey caramel cider, and fresh baked bread. Huge fan of Cider Lane and French Baguette blends. I have several from several different vendors, and this might be my absolute favorite. It is to die for. Super shocked. I always feel like I'm also snoozing on my Rose Girls collection. But this month, I counted, I have tied my empties for Rose Girls to my Super Tarts empties, which is rare. Like, I don't think that's ever happened. So happy that I'm on a mission to get through my wax and not let it sit and expire in that closet. This is a sample from my girl Amber. It's Rose Girls Tobacco Caramel and Woolen Mittens. I like the woolen mittens in it. I don't know. And it's not Rose Girls. I think it's my nose. I've tried caramel tobacco or tobacco caramel from several different vendors. And I don't know. It just, is there such thing as a scent that your nose can't detect? Or I get this kind of like really light musty scent. And I'm like, meh. Again, I don't think it is anything to do with Rose Girls because I've had caramel tobacco or tobacco caramel from several vendors. And I'm like, what is that supposed to smell like? I think my nose is just inept. Rosemary mint, lavender, and sandalwood. This, I believe, came in my Halloween mystery bag or Halloween bag from last year. This is a prime example of fragrance oils sometimes need more time or sometimes change over time. When I first hauled this, I opened it up. I was super excited about my very first Rose Girls Halloween goodie bag. This freaking stunk. I don't know if you guys remember that video. It was like, ew, I was pumped about this and wanting to order it in large quantities, and I don't like it. A year later, oh my word, those fragrance oils morphed into something phenomenal. Rosemary mint, lavender, and sandalwood to die for. Pumpkin cupcake and carbs. If you're a bakery fan, like literally carbs in anything is to die for. Mixed with pumpkin cupcake, sign me up. Love that. Spiced apples, peaches, and baked zucchini bread. This one was nice. Love that. Orange You Glad, it's Halloween. This was kind of like a orange dreamsicle scent. Not what you typically go for at Halloween, but it worked. Loved it. I could have melted that in the summertime as well, but I thought considering the name of it, I'd save it for Halloween. The Crooked Broomstick. This is one of my favorite fall scents from Jenny. Beautiful, earthy, sexy scent. Are you ready for some football? Another one of my favorite Rose Girls fall fragrances. This is Vanilla Crunch Donut, Cinnamon, Apple Citrus, Peach, Raspberry, and Clove. Gorgeous. Snickerdoodle Apple Pie Cookies. fantastic. Again, this is well over the 1 year mark and it throws like a beast. Rose Girls Serendipity. And Campfire Marshmallow. I have decided I will continue to buy from Rose Girls, but I don't know why. Perhaps it's just me. I have to use a substantial quantity of Rose Girls mini melters to get even like a half decent scent throw. But when I melt Jenny's blends, I need a teeny, 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 tiny piece, and it throws like crazy. So again, maybe it's just my nose, but for some reason, the single scent mini melters don't work for a damn for me. Her blends, like beasts. And last but not least, my Super Tarts. I finished a bam bag of Alien, which is apple cider and vanilla bean donuts. This one was hauled in January of 2018, so super old and definitely starting to lose some of those fragrance oils. So the performance on it was still okay, but not nearly as powerful as it used to be. This one, on the other hand, Killer Clowns, which is Circus Concessions. What does that say? Coconut shavings and home cooked biscuits. This one, oddly enough, when I tried to melt it at Halloween last year, I was like, man, the scent or the performance on it was just kind of like mediocre. I melted it a year later, and this one got stronger over time. Same vendor, same wax. What's the difference? That's right, the oils. So, can never really tell, right? Toto, this is shaving cream and the Omen mixed with Fierce. Love this one. I could get down with this one. Oh, yeah, any time of year. Ooh, she's doing a Wax Wednesdays pre-order. I need to put this on my list. Hills Have Eyes, which is Fireside Golden Amber Marshmallow and Toasted Hazelnut. Love this. I have a BAM, so that's okay. I'm not sad that it's empty. Lorelei. This one, ugh, I did not like this when I first ordered it. This is a fan favorite too. It's coffee, midnight ice cream, and cinnamon donuts. For whatever reason, the coffee note to my nose when I first purchased this was incredibly bitter. I could not understand why anyone would like this. I was like, ew, it smells like wet coffee grinds and just fantastically bitter, bitter, bitter. A year and a bit later, the fragrance oils have faded a little bit. It's kind of toned down. I really enjoyed this. I would buy this again, but I would let it sit and just chill out for a year. Bridget Jones's Diary. This is Harvest Ale and Shaving Cream. I like this one. I don't get a lot of the shaving cream on warm or cold. I don't know. My nose just doesn't detect a lot of shaving cream in here, but Brandy's Harvest Ale is deadly. Probably one of my favorite cider scents from like any vendor, commercial or indie. Ego, which is Mac Apple and French Baguette. Huge fan of this. This is definitely on my list for the pre-order. Cujo. This one is warm vanilla sugar, brown sugar figs, and blackberry jam. One of my very first clam orders. Honestly, when I first warmed this, I was like, it's all right. Then I fell in love with it and just hoarded 2 cubes. Time to stop hoarding. Need to start melting and moving on. So I finished that bad boy up. Catwoman, another favorite. I should put this on. See, this is bad news for my wallet. I shouldn't be doing this right before pre-order. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'll put that on my order. I'll put this on my order. Catwoman is sweetened condensed milk, vanilla wafers, and mixed berry smoothie. I love this one. Love this one on its own, but it makes a great blending scent. The blending possibilities with Catwoman are just absolutely endless. And 28 Days Later, which is blueberry pumpkin patch, cake batter, vanilla ice cream, and cranberry preserves. This one is phenomenal. I could melt 28 days later any time of the year, to be honest. I don't find that that one's just limited to Halloween or fall. Anyways, that's it for my empties. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.